our president to tell us why he has brought us. You know, GOCOP, I told you, we are not faceless and we are not irresponsible. What we practice is ethical, professional, responsible journalism. And that's why we have had a very strong partnership from the private sector to the public sector. And we don't hide our faces. The whole of the presidency is here. Mr. Bayo Onanuga is also in the house. One of us, a very strong journalist, publisher, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, who speaks for the president. It's not me. A fellow of Cardinal King of Editors, ex-this and that. Thank you very much, Pastor Berman. You told us you will come and you honored your note. Thank you very much.
You're home to GTV Africa live from Abuja. My name is Beniga Olamikon. At this point, I need to let you know that GOCOP is launching a book, and in the house, we have everyone that is expected to be here. And the house is full.
My honor and privilege
continue.
We invite to this podium, this very podium, the president of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers, Ms. Warren Chivo, please. Madam Warren, a lot of actors. Let's see the actors going. They say what a man can do, the woman cannot do too. But I want to tell you that this same particular woman is doing even better. She's doing even better. A better actor for her. If you don't pass my grade, I don't think you will do. Thank you very much, my Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and members of my constituency, the media. On behalf of the leadership and entire members of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers, I welcome you all to this historic book launch fundraiser for GOCOP Media Center. We are grateful to God and those who made this event possible. We appreciate your sacrifice and support by finding time from your busy schedule to honor us with your presence. This we cannot take for granted. Our sincere gratitude goes to the Honorable Minister of Information and National Communication, Mohammed Idris, the chairman for this epoch event, for his support and for keeping his word to be here with us today. Thank you very much, sir. You are welcome. We are also thrilled that Dr. Ike Nelia, President of the Nigerian Institute for Public Relations, NIPR, graciously accepted to review our book. Thank you and welcome. We equally acknowledge the presence of other dignitaries, prominent scholars, academics, teachers of industry, and policy makers in both public and private sector, as well as public relations experts and spokespersons. As students here, there are so many, so I cannot mention all your names. We are all here to witness the unveiling of Nigerian media renaissance. GOCOP Perspectives on Online Publishing, the major publication of the year. It is a unique opportunity to reintroduce the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers to the world and its efforts to drive business of the online media landscape in Nigeria. It is also an opportunity to explain who we are amidst misunderstanding of categorizing us as bloggers and to solicit your support towards building our businesses and fighting fake news. GOCOP is a 120-member group of media providers made up of professional journalists who have worked in the traditional media, both broadcast and print, before transitioning to business owners in the online media community. You can call us the small and medium enterprises, a peer review body determined to entrench professionalism in the online media industry. GOCOP was formed and registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission in 2013 to promote professionalism and fight fake news. It was rebranded in 2014 following the first attack by the very charlatans we were up against, who did not want us to exist. Details of the assault on GOCOP are captured in the book we are here to unveil. And we would like everyone here to grab a copy for yourself and for your friends. We also welcome your generous donations to strengthen GOCOP and the building of the GOCOP Media Center to empower members to run their business profitably. It is a truism that small and profitable businesses are the engine of growth of any economy. We therefore appeal to all public relations practitioners, advertisers, government at all levels, and civil society to support our businesses to grow. When you support us to run profitable businesses, you also strengthen us to serve you better as thoroughbred professionals with a critical stake in building a society where justice, peace, and the rights of individuals are respected against fake news and similar threats. GOCOP seeks to sanitize the online media space. To succeed in this task will require the collaboration of all stakeholders, many of whom are represented here today. This collaboration draws from Nigeria's 1999 Constitution as amended, which gave the media a critical role under sections 22 and 39. Because the Constitution did not specify the funding mechanism for this important role, the online publishers have to innovate. This is challenging, but with determination, structured stakeholders, collaboration, and support, the objective is achievable. Online publication is the future of the media industry. which governments and lawmakers have to support through enabling laws, tax exemptions, grants, among others. So without quacks, GOCOP has introduced a self-regulatory mechanism with zero tolerance for fake news and similar threats. If members subscribe to the ethics of journalism profession, which holds facts, truth, fairness, and balanced reporting as sacred, GOCOP, as a body of professionals, has also put in place structures for peer review and regulation of its members. It has several committees, including the Constitution Review Committee, the Welfare Committee, Finance Committee, and the Membership Screening. There is also the Disciplinary Committee and Ombudsman, charged with checking excesses of guild members, with an avenue to the public to seek redress in case of unprofessional conduct. I must emphasize that GOCOP takes its self-regulation responsibility. Its self-regulation responsibility very seriously. This informed the publication of Nigerian Media Renaissance, GOCOP Perspectives on Online Publishing. The book was made possible mainly by godly inspiration and exemplary teamwork spirit of guild members. Describing teamwork, Henry Ford, American industrialists and business partners say, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. My dear brethren, colleagues, may God reward you abundantly for your sacrifices and priceless work. We are grateful to Ms. Adamo Oloriome, publisher of Brilliant Times, who wrote the foreword, a rich perspective on the history of online publishing and the pioneers in Nigeria. We congratulate Ms. Oloriome on the national honor recently bestowed on him by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Guild is proud of your contribution to the journalism profession. Permit me to also acknowledge other contributors to the book. Please stand up for recognition as I mentioned your names. Dan Lamimodu, Deputy President of GOCOP, Olani Odotu, former President of GOCOP, Ken Oweche, Vice President of GOCOP South, Tom Chairman, Vice President of GOCOP North, Akin Boyetunji, GOCOP Coordinator Southwest, Olumide Yanda, GOCOP General Secretary, Mas Amuche, GOCOP Coordinator North, Remy Wake, GOCOP Publicity Secretary, Gabriel Akido, Publisher of Publisher of Freedom Online, Shegun Adele, Publisher of World Stage, and Hassan Giba, Publisher of Native Online. Thank you all. Special thanks go to members of the group comprising my humble self, Oweche, as well as the National Secretary of GOCOP and Publisher of Yes International, Dr. Ray Echebiri, publisher of Next Morning, and Akinjalo. Genesis Isora, GOCOP Treasurer, and Jessica Wadese, GOCOP Admin Secretary, also deserves special mention for manning the Secretariat for the production of these books. On behalf of GOCOP, allow me to express my deep gratitude to all our keynote speakers over the years, whose presentations were also featured in the book. Distinguished guests, they include Professor Olivide, Bishop Hassan Kuka, Professor Chidi Odekalo, Mr. Boss Mustafa, Professor Uchenna Uwaleke, and Dr. Gail Imoki. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, GOCOP is most grateful to the federal government of Nigeria, state governments, institutions and organizations in both private and public sectors for their support over the years. These include Lagos, Delta, Kwara, Yobe, and Osun states, the Federal Ministry of Information, Central Bank of Nigeria, the National Petroleum Corporation Company Limited, Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board, Nigeria Communications Commission, Federal Inland Revenue, the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas, Shell Nigeria, Total Energies, among others. We appreciate your support over the years. GOCOP also appreciates other professional media bodies for their collaboration over the years, including the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, Nigerian Union of Editors, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, International Press Institute, International Press Center, and Media Rights Agenda. Thank you all. GOCOP is equally indebted to spokespersons of various state governments, corporate bodies, including banks, Senate, institutions, security agencies, such as the Federal Road Safety, the military, and the police, for their collaboration and support since its inauguration in 2014. Finally, we solemnly remember two of our members who have transitioned to glory. They worked very hard as founding members of GOCOP. May the souls of late Chidama Obu, publisher of Rainbow Online, and Bright and Women, publisher of Watchdog Reporters, rest in peace. Amen. I cannot end this address without thanking government institutions and corporate organizations that have been supporting GOCOP activities over the years, particularly with adverts in the brochure of the magazine, which we are holding right now. These are the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Nigeria Ports Authority, Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board, Fidelity Bank, Shell Nigeria Snake Group, LNG, Total Energies, and Zenith Bank PLC for their initial support during the production of the book. We are most grateful. God bless GOCOP. God bless Nigeria. Thank you all for your attention and welcome.
You can do better than that, please. The thing that happens. You know, there are moments in life when the best man for the job happens to be a woman. This is one of such moments. Another one of our principles. The best man for the job happens to be a woman. Thank you very much, Madam President. She has told you who we are. We are media players, we are business professionals, professional journalists who are now required of them. And our market is in the ecosystem.
Digital ecosystem. The online space. That's where we do our marketing.
He also told you that you can support us. Don't be tired of supporting for those that are disappointed us.
It is because of you that we are still in business.
We amplify your voice. We also bring feedback to you for the field. Because we're always on the field. Please, a round of applause for GOCOP. A round of applause for GOCOP. Let me quickly recognize from person to the house my very good friend, Steve A. Alaji Akim Bello. Please, where are you? Akim Bello, where are you in house? You need to stand up, sir. We haven't seen you again. Okay, you have joined them. It's now when I didn't people recognize when you were doing that thing. You're welcome, Akim. He has worked with about 2 days pastoral for 8 years. He was with him as minister, dedicatedly, devotedly, committedly, he worked with pastoral. An excellent editor, excellent writer. Mr. Bello, you're welcome. Thank you very much. We also have our place. At the time, he was the face of standard of the Union of Nigeria's song. We all call him Mr. Bola Fashion. He's in the house, currently a chief of staff to the chairman CEO of National Policy Council, Mr. Fashion. He's a very good friend of the day. Thank you. Always be your friend. We also have in the house Dr. Colin Shetima. He's the Africa Director of MacArthur Foundation. Dr. Shetima, in the house. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. Also in the house, we have some executive members of the Nigerian Guild of Editors. We have Mr. Charles Howell. He's the Social and Publicity Secretary. And I didn't want to him for the Nigerian Guild of Editors. Mr. Howell, you're welcome. May I tell you too that Mr. Howell is in the next week he will be contesting for the same position again for the election. And as of now, he's standing unopposed. Don't tell me what he did to your position. 3 people rose in your position. I don't know what the magic plan is doing. To stand in the house, we need to take his level. He's now standing alone, unopposed. We have the house. Steve wants to be also the head checker for Nigerian Guild of Editors. Head checkers. This particular one is Akakom, very stingy, doesn't give money. The treasurer of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, Captain Moses, a very witty writer. He asked me, very brilliant. Thank you, Steve, for coming. I saw it also, member of the planning committee now from Nigerian Guild of Editors, my very good friend and sister, Pauline Wilaka. You're welcome, madam. Thank you very much. Members of the king in the house, when we get to the room, we will find a president of the king. We are not seeing him here. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I want to yield the space to a man that does not know that one of the anywhere I go, I tell them, this is how to communicate. Somebody said he communicates peace. Anywhere he goes, no matter how hot, how febrile, the thing that God may be. When he speaks peace. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the chairman of this occasion. He's our father and uncle and our friend and our partner. He's also our brother, the Minister of Information and National Orientation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together on our right here, Mr. Minister Alhaji Mohammed Yusuf, fellow AIPR, the welcome staff. Thank you very much for coming. You see how he climbed this place? He's still in his youth.
Thank you, Jen, for all those kind words. He himself as the president of GOCOP was saying that always around when they call me to be part of them. But I will tell you here, I think I mentioned here last year at the GOCOP event that upon my appointment as Minister of Information and National Education, the very first set of people that came to visit me was GOCOP led by my even when they requested to see me, and I said they should wait until I come and report properly in the office. They said no. They came to the house and they did the very first courtesy call. Of course, the second one was in the office by Nigerian Sociology Nation because I'm seeing Dr. Ike Nyako already looking jealous for that. The chief of defense staff represented here by Royal and SH Abdullah. Chief of air staff presented by Air Commodore Sakari, our brother, our uncle, my predecessor, the former Minister of Information and Culture and National. Thank you for coming here at 10 a.m. The spiritual advisor to the President of Information and Strategy, my brother, my friend, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, CON. The senior special assistant to the President on media, Mr. Chemichoke Ajayi. I'm seeing many heads of agencies under the Ministry of Information and National Education, the Managing Director of the Agency of Nigeria, Mali, DG Voice of Nigeria, Madam Jibril Babandasi, and many others. It's impossible, everyone here is very important. It's impossible to go around. Let me single out my president, Dr. Ike Deliapo. I'm happy that today I'm taking the microphone before you. Because once you have the misfortune of allowing Dr. Ike Deliapo to speak before you, then you are in trouble. Members of the diplomatic community, my very distinguished colleagues, friends, members of Nigerian media, thank you for inviting me. It's a great honor to be here today at this very important gathering by the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers, GOCOP, for the public presentation of their book, Nigerian Media Renaissance Perspectives on Online Publishing. Let me begin by commending the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers for their leadership, foresight, and sense of responsibility in bringing this important publication to life. At a time when the media landscape is being reshaped by digital content, we need sober reflection and fresh thinking, not just about how news is produced and consumed, but also about the broader implications for our democracy, our society, and our future. Ladies and gentlemen, just days ago, Nigeria marked 26 years of continuous democratic governance. Sometimes I don't like to use the word unbroken, as if we expect it to be broken. This milestone is worthy of celebration, but it's also a moment for introspection. Democracy, as we must constantly remind ourselves, is not merely the right to vote. It is not an end in itself. It is a means to an end. That end in the upliftment of social services, the guarantee of rights and freedoms, and the development of infrastructure that supports economic and human progress. It is in recognition of this deeper purpose of democracy that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken the bold steps to consolidate our democratic gains by setting the economy from consumption to production through sweeping reforms, investment in critical infrastructure, and the enhancement of social services. This administration is working assiduously to ensure that democratic governance translates into tangible improvements in the lives of our citizens. The media, especially the digital and online media represented here today, has a critical role to play in nurturing our democracy. You are the gatekeepers of information. You shape public discourse. You influence perception. You expose the wrongs in the society and hold leaders accountable. But above all, you have a responsibility to promote truth and to be partners in nation building. It is in this context that I welcome the idea of a media renaissance, a conscious effort to reset the tone, ethics, values that underpin journalism in the digital age. The Renaissance being refined, critically suggesting innovation, grounded in reflection. It is not just about doing new things, it is about doing those things better. One of the major challenges for our time, and one that is very relevant to online publishing, is the alarming spread of fake news, disinformation, and disinformation. These are not just harmless errors, they are threats to public peace, national security, and democratic governance. We have seen how one single false report can ignite violence, can disrupt markets, can destroy reputation in a matter of minutes. So it is our collective responsibility to ensure that we come together in unity to fight this menace. To address this, I am pleased to inform you that the federal government has made significant progress towards the takeoff of the UNESCO Category 2 Media and Information Literacy Institute here in Abuja in November of this year. This initiative will position Nigeria as a global leader in the responsible use of media and information in the digital era. This is the first of its kind to be situated anywhere in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, we must give this credit to the man who initiated Alhamdulillah Mohammed. To this end, I urge GOCOP to fully embrace the emerging MIL Institute for its academic and experiential values, and also to use the outcomes towards enhancing fact-checking mechanisms. When the leadership of GOCOP paid a visit to me about 2 months ago, I tasked them with one very huge responsibility. And I said, you cannot continue to exercise your leadership in this field if you are unable to also rein in your members. Once any platform, online platform, is seen to have published something that is fake, we have this tension to think that, oh, it's just fake news and then goes by. What is GOCOP doing to check those who are peddlers of these fake news? They told me that not all of them are members of GOCOP. I said, yes, I agree, but it is also an additional responsibility of GOCOP to call them out and say, these are not our members, they are peddlers of fake news, they are peddlers of misinformation. It is not just enough to say they are not our members and therefore everything goes. I think we have this good shape the way online or digital platforms operate in Nigeria. The federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to a free, responsible, and vibrant press that aligns with the enduring core values of journalism, which is truth, fairness, and accountability. We want to work to raise standards. We want to promote media literacy. We want to strengthen public communication and tell the Nigerian story in a way that not just inspires, but also galvanizes all of us to collective action for better country. Let me conclude by commending the guild once again for leading the charge in redefining digital journalism in Nigeria. The conversations that will happen here will initiate or build better platforms and raise ethical standards that all of us need to uphold so that we can shape the future of our media space in Nigeria. Thank you very much. God bless the graduates of Nigeria.
We can do better than that, please, for you. Thank you, Mr. Minister. I told you that when you speak peace. And everywhere have been calm. And it remains so. Nigeria will know peace, and the peace will sustain peace. Thank you very much, sir. It shall be so reported that under your leadership, an institution of that magnitude is being vetted in Nigeria. It shall also be so reported that today, at a GOCOP event, the man that headed the party to you is sitting next to you. And what a day, and what joy. A lot of our people in the he indicated it, and a gentleman that has appropriated as a media man, as our own, is bringing to fruition. That is continuity in leadership. That is what we want in Nigeria. We don't want to abandon projects. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Both of you, please shake your hands. Papa, please come to this moment. Come on, come to it. It is very rare to see a minister. As I allow minister to their big party, they are happy. Working on the same request. Please come to this moment. Come to this moment. Thank you very much. Thank you. Looking at both of you at the same event, tells me one thing, that leadership is changing in Nigeria. We are beginning to interpret leadership as development. Leadership is about development. Leadership is not we don't want to be Lord of the man in Nigeria. That's what's happening all over the world, where somebody wants to be a king instead of becoming a leader. I won't go beyond that. Gentlemen, we have come to that first time, the time that this book that I've so praised will be put to source. Somebody is going to do surgery. You know surgery, doctor will give you the assurance. Sometimes it doesn't come out well. But we pray it comes out well. Because the book reviewer is also one of us. And one thing I know about Dr. Leliapu is that he's a man of scholarship. As a youth corper, he won an award as an outstanding corps member. He's a senior award winner. He has a pedigree. Best graduate student he did at the University of Jos. He has studied under the different departments. He's a rounded professional. He's the president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. He's part of APRA, he's part of the Nigerian African Public Relations community, and even the global public relations community. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the book reviewer, Dr. Ike Elia, will come up here. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting to do such on this book. Let's be the applause for him and make us. He still climbed his place. I was touching. Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, and his brother, Lai Mohammed, both of them fellows of the Institute. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy. Permit me to rest on the protocol very well established by the Honorable Minister of Information. Except just for me to recognize my council members who are here with me, because I don't want to be voted out. Council member Amas Ajo, Council member Ubibalejo, and fellow Dr. Olajuwon. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I am delighted to inform us, before I go into the business of the day, that we just returned from Mombasa, Kenya, where the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation led the Nigerian delegation to win the hosting right for the 37th Conference of African Public Relations. In Kenya, it was a glorious time for us because this is the fourth time any country on earth will be hosting the World Public Relations Forum back to back with the African Public Relations Conference. This will happen next year in November in Abuja, Nigeria. We thank God and we thank the Honorable Minister of Information for his leadership. I will therefore start this review right from the very title of the book, Nigeria Media Renaissance, GOCOP Perspectives on Online Publishing. The first time I saw the topic, the title arrested my attention, and actually almost stirred a controversy. How could a 10-year-old child claim fatherhood? Not until you look further that you spot the two distinctions to the Renaissance being talked about by GOCOP. First is the issue of perspective, global perspective, and second, the online publishing perspective. Next are the list of 6 editors and 16 and a half committee members. 16 and a half because there's a half there. That half is only known to me, and I will keep it. So, 6 editors and 16 and a half committee members that worked on this book. A combination of the two shows that at least 22 and a half persons midwifed the birth of this publication, although some played dual roles in editorial and operational capacities. As the reader proceeds to acknowledgements, we see that more hands were involved, covering and factoring the diverse social and cultural needs of the country to give the book a broader, wider, and deeper perspectives. But that's not all. The reader then discovers the shades of contributors, led by living archives like Tom Chandler, the 40 balance like Danladi Modu, the resilience like Ken Ubechi, the vibrance like Jessica Wadaste, and other lineup of stars that contributed to the book. Who could have been more suitable to write the foreword than the choice of an online ancestor? Oh, okay. Who presented the historiography of online publishing from Post Express in Lagos in 1996 to the diaspora component led by the Electoral Reports.com in 2004, Times of Nigeria.com in 2005, and StarReporters.com in 2006. His depth of knowledge and his skill of rendition give very exciting and acclimatizing insights into this work. This brings me to the concepts of perception and perspective, which local President Maureen Chico alluded to in my introduction to the book. From the assertions of Canadian communications theorist Marshall McLuhan that the world is a global village, and the dictum of the medium is the message. So here's the class quote that in communication, the perception is even more important. It's even more important than the message itself. That is why you have to put some effort into your message and put in. This is very important today, as we face the increasing challenge of misinformation and disinformation. We must therefore carefully consider and choose our words carefully before releasing them. The cast quote captures the motivation of GOCOP to document the illustrious individuals and corporate bodies that have shaped online journalism in Nigeria. In these remarkable ways, they have done so, and we believe that it is worth writing on. I cannot but agree with the President when she notes that the essence of this book, Nigerian Media Renaissance, GOCOP Perspectives on Online Publishing, is to provide pertinent backgrounds on the evolution and frontiers of online journalism in Nigeria. There is no doubt that GOCOP has done remarkably well, that this book deserves to come out at a time like this. From my perspective, since we are living in perspectives, from my perspectives, the book brings for me 7 core elements, and I'll bring out these elements. Element number 1, it is an evidence-based bibliography of online publishing in Nigeria. Number 2, it underscores the career efforts of online journalists who have indelible mark on the sand of time. Number 3, it provides and chronicles the development of online journalism from the perspective of industry players and stakeholders. Number 4, this book provides a ringside account of high-powered politicking that characterizes public institutions and tends to undermine their independence and autonomy. Number 5, the book highlights the far-reaching implications of such political interference on the activities of Nigerian public institutions. Number 6, it provides a clear understanding of what online publishing is and enables readers to understand its distinction with social media platforms. And number 7, it underscores the quality of publishers involved in online news publishing, most of whom are known to have served excellently and retired from top positions in journalism. Distinguished guests, Henry Rollins noted, and I quote, "I think it's important to have some documentation of the past." And then we concur that, and I quote, "Lack of documentation is becoming a platform and a problem for accessors. We must therefore thank GOCOP for giving us this veritable source of undiluted information about the evolution of online journalism in Nigeria." In the same vein, this book, I believe, is one of the effective ways by which GOCOP can demonstrate its commitment not only to online journalism scholarship, but also to national development, while acknowledging the remarkable contributions of individuals and corporate entities that shape its emergence, birth, rebirth, growth, and development. From another perspective, I perceive this book as an inspiration and really deserving of praise to veteran journalists who are now media pioneers. They have toiled for the promotion of press freedom and the rights of the citizens. And it is indeed an encouragement for motivating virtue and strong determination against adversity. The book is certainly a good account of the online publisher's commitment to uphold professionalism and ethical values, and a deserving legacy of great example of having strong conviction in achieving a common objective deemed beneficial to journalism. Undoubtedly, this book is a celebration of the aspirations of the pioneer engineers of this veritable platform. I think at this point we should start their sacrifices, their discipline, their resilience, as well as the God's support for the present and aspiring online publishers. Honorable Minister, it was Aristotle that asserted that truth is to say what is that is to be said, and what is not that is not to be said. And false is to say what is not to be said, and what is not that should not be said. This book is what GOCOP is. Like a mirror, individual displays their image through behavior. This book, therefore, for me, is a reflection of the true image of GOCOP and its members. As somebody said, living ancestor that Okolori asserts in the foreword of the book, he said, and I quote, "The mission of GOCOP since its establishment in 2013 was to uphold journalistic standards and sanitize online publishing in Nigeria. The extent to which the mission is being upheld is clearly manifested as observed by one of the contributors in chapter 2, page 34, and I quote, "It is with pride that we say from the onset that the disciplinary committee had only a few cases to treat because the foundation of GOCOP was firmly led as an association of professionals." At this point, we can do like this. Amuche also asserts in chapter 11, all the contributors in this book by their accounts, not salient impact of GOCOP in upholding ethical standards while fostering mediatized conversations on national issues. Now to the body of work. Nigerian Media Renaissance GOCOP perspective on online publishing contains 11 beautiful chapters and an epilogue that reports, explain, criticize, and suggest formation, the early struggles, and the role of different stakeholders as online publishing evolves in the country. The triumphant existence of GOCOP is chronicled in this book, and this will better be appreciated only if I share with you a summary of what each chapter talks about. Shehu Adele fired the first shot in chapter 1 when he dealt with the issue of the birth of GOCOP. He provides details of GOCOP formation, and this is very interesting. The promoters, foundation members, and challenges encountered in name registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. That is where the problem started. Because more than 5 names were rejected as a substitute for Nigerian Online Publishers Association, which was the initial name that was given to them and registered as a matter of fact. And then the commission wrote them to say that nobody was registered in error. And you see this in page 5. And they went further to explain why that was so. And then it turned out that nobody had been granted registration to another organization. And this organization that is supposed to be a sister agency to GOCOP now requested to be paid £65,000. 65,000 pounds for name registration infringement. It is delightful to note that the promoters demonstrated resilience to see through the painful parts of the path that eventually resulted from GOCOP to GOCOP. I think we should try to do it. Chapter 2 rolls out with a captivating declaration entitled GOCOP, a pact with ethics, which express their role as ombudsman, disciplinary committee, and so on and so forth in upholding professional ethics and integrity of the group. This underscores the essence of the group in advocating and upholding members to the highest professional and moral standards. And then we enter chapter 3, entitled Social Media is Not Online Publishing, which recognizes the debates on the amorphous relationship between social media and online journalism, further raising critical issues on the complexities of sanitizing the social media space from all forms of abuses. Online media as platforms used for strategic and corporate communication, publishers are expected to leverage on their partnerships with advertisers for revenue as business concern. Hence, chapter 4, entitled GOCOP in the Eye of Partners, showcases testimonials of their robust relationship with a number of partners. Some of them are here, NNPC, NCC, and so on and so forth. Through in-depth interviews, online publishing and its impact on public communication in selected GOCOP states highlight some of the things that have happened. And this, therefore, brings us to chapter 5, how the management of Delta State's own newspaper, The Pointer, embraced and transformed into online journalism to deliver reports on government activities while also fostering audience engagement. This chapter was penned by Ken Ritchie himself. In chapter 6, Olumide Yada provides exposition on how the Kwara State government adopted online media to ensure that its messages resonate clearly with both traditional audiences and the digitally native population. The title is Kwara State Harnessing Online Publishing for Strategic Communication. The charter emphasizes the critical role of the platform in promoting digital literacy and the economy in the state. In the same way, Akin Oletunji in chapter 7 writes with the title Osun State Promoting Digital Economy Through Online Publishing. He outlines all that the state has done with digital media to promote governance, digital economy, and literacy. To reflect the critical role of sustaining audience engagement on governance in a populous and cosmopolitan state like Lagos, Gabriel Akinlon Dewo, in chapter 8, entitled Lagos State Impact of Online Publishing on Governance, presents analysis of various ways by which the state explored digital media for breaking developmental stories, hence breaking news everywhere. And then we go to chapter 9, where Kingsley Femi Fowl focuses on Kogi State promoting strategic ethical storytelling in digital media space to underscore the importance of media government engagement through digital media, as well as the growing relevance of the state in the national media conversation. As common to every emerging industry, such as online publishing, there is an avalanche of skepticisms and growth prospects, which are well articulated in chapter 10 of the book entitled The Future of Online Publishing in Nigeria. This chapter, very well written by veteran Tom Jeremy, who highlights 13 challenges facing GOCOP, 3 expectations of GOCOP in the next 10 years, 3 expectations in the next 20 years, and 7 ways government can help in strengthening online publishing. To further preserve the treasure trove of information contained in guest speeches through the years at GOCOP annual conferences. This was put together by Max Aluche in chapter 11, where he highlights salient issues raised by prominent Nigerians on economic diversification, security, elections, COVID-19 pandemic, digital economy, and social economic recovery at GOCOP conferences between 2017 and 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, the foregoing gives clear perspectives on online publishing, with GOCOP as an emerging powerhouse for media preneurs run through all the 11 chapters in this book. I would like to reiterate the justification of Mr. Oloriomi for publishing the book, and I quote, it provides a contemporary narrative of the profession, its principles, and the ordered role of online journalism. Its longitudinal and vertical depth offers both research, value, and a guide for the future. He goes further. Self-regulation underscores GOCOP commitment to uphold professional integrity through a peer review process. One of the great themes that resonates loudly across all the chapters in this book is GOCOP's successful attempt made in the book to challenge the erroneous notion that digital space was left to charlatans and non-professionals at the early stage. The available evidence as presented in this book suggests otherwise. In addition, the book underscores the importance of self-regulation as a means of combating unethical practices among media professionals. Another profound richness of the book is how it explores pertinent historical context on selected states in relation to the development of digital communication and economy. The Victorian War, a large section, was dedicated to Victoria, showing what GOCOP has done in the past. And this tells its own story. Distinguished guests, I can confirm very clearly that this book will definitely mark and make every reader wish they were part of the pioneering members of GOCOP. With shared determination, strength of character, resourcefulness, GOCOP has given birth to a promising child, and this child is being nurtured to greatness. I must therefore commend members of the committee and various contributors of the book, who by any standard are all literally dexterous. The way each of them presents their relational experiences with GOCOP is highly encouraging and progressive. This is no surprise, because almost all the writers or contributors are accomplished journalists who decided that instead of retiring, they should switch constituencies and help build an exciting new law. As inspiring as it is, I observed a few things that I would want GOCOP to take note of. Some few errors. These errors include: first, the message is the message on page XVI, which I believe is meant to be the middle, is the message, quoting Marshall McLuhan. There are also sweeping statements and overgeneralization, as on pages 43 to 44, in which no scholastic evidence to support the contributors' assertion that politicians complain about the menace of social media, and even more guilty of abusing. End of quote. The use of recent studies in chapter 10, page 88, was expected to be supported by an example of such studies on shift towards online news consumption. This becomes imperative for proper referencing. Second, the book's presentation of state of online publishing in Osun State was not detailed enough. For instance, there are insights on the state policy. They have a policy on digital literacy, which was conspicuously missing. Such a thing should be pronounced. Third, there was an error of page layout in which appendix pages A1 to 24 entitled Photo Speak of GOCOP activities over the years was wrongly placed under chapter 11, which is meant for guest speeches through the years. A few pictures that appear from pages A6, A18, and 20 are used without caption. Finally, reading a robust chapter on democracy would not have been a misplacement. As an industry whose members, directly and indirectly, have paid the great price for democracy, it would have been wonderful to read the GOCOP perspective on Nigeria's democracy. In this vein, online journalism has become a prominent platform of influence on national reputation. Accordingly, it will be strategic to examine and assess the impact of GOCOP in reputation management of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Because we are online publishers and we are the first to break the news. If it is bad news, they read it in any part of this world. So it's good to know how you have helped in managing the reputation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Notwithstanding, these errors and observations, like I said earlier, are very minor and do not in any way affect the substance of the publication. In my own way, I would describe this book as a classic documentation of factual trajectory of a great destiny whose time has come. With a powerful storytelling technique, photo speak and other use of graphic devices, as well as in-depth data, readers will not want to put this book down until they read the whole chapters and epilogue on behind-the-scenes intrigues that play, like I said earlier, during the institutional process. The secret behind this irresistibility is the journalistic narration of events and contributions that are captivating about local transformation and its strategic influence on online journalism and digital economy. book is a compendium of history and intrigues that provides a contemporary narrative of online publishing, detailing the contributions of different players on the media renaissance. As we read on, we will continue to admire the tenacity and foresight of the 5 wise ones that conceived the idea of setting up a platform in which aspiring digital media and media owners can flourish. Distinguished guests, the taste of the pudding, they say, is in the eating. I have tested this pudding, or pudding, as some call it, and I can say that it's a celebration and contribution of journalistic media preneurs by excellence. This food tastes well. This food is not just great. This food, or should I even say soup, is recommended for all who are hungry to eat and be refreshed, be satisfied, be excelled. Certainly, GOCOP is coming of age, which explains why it now needs its own befitting facility to house the ideas and operations within a conducive environment. Because if you have a conducive environment, you will be well positioned to raise a credible, successful generation to secure the future of this thriving industry. A book says that the Son of Man now needs a place to lay his head. I would like to conclude by taking GOCOP members back to the caution of Dr. Olorun in the beginning, when he said in his foreword, the lessons from history are clear. Freedom must never be taken for granted. To safeguard this freedom, the online journalism community must collaborate to strengthen ethical, fact-based journalism and resist the forces that seek to undermine it. Honorable Minister, distinguished colleagues, as I conclude, I will take us back to the issue that online publishing is not the same as social media. Because no matter how you look at it, a monkey will never be a very chimpanzee. They are different. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please accept my thanks and God bless you all. Let's keep the applause going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But I told you so. Dr. Deliapo is a intellectual powerhouse, a fountain of knowledge, a treasure trove of the best things of life, scholarship, character, learning. One man possessed them all. Thank you, sir. And I must commend your conclusion because this is surgery. I told that surgery can go either way. He has marked us excellent.
For that, a round of applause for GOCOP.
Members, please. Thank you very much, sir. Before we unveil the book, that is the critical part of it, let me quickly recognize the president of our meeting of my very, very good friend. I call him Funky Man. He's a Lagos boy, authentic Lagos boy from Kano. This is a gentleman, the man director of the University of Nigeria, Ali M. Ali is in the house. Ali. If you give me back, I don't mind him, I'm a Lagos boy from Kano State. Ali, you're welcome.
Also in our
He used to be my boy those days. He's no longer has known me. He's now the spokesman of United Nigeria Airlines. Mr. Adi Uche, who is in the house. It's a black, yes, a black out chief, not a red out chief. The word of our news. Now our way is from Lema. Mr. Manso is leader, head of the president of Lema, representing the GG of Lema, Mrs. Zabayo Kumar. Mr. Speaker, you're welcome. Thank you very much. I understand you deal with your press meeting. Also in our meeting is Dr. Taufik Polani, former Special Advisor Minister of Environment, Lagos State. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the crunch hour, the time to unveil the book. And from here, let me also tell us, we are here because of book. He just tells me, why don't they say there's no hiding place for the goldfish? For those in mass communication, graduates of mass communication event will tell us. When you are a professor, and you have produced professors who produce professors, what shall we call it? Great grand professor. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have our name, a great grand professor. He's here, always looking boyish. I don't know whether some people were given national scale that they don't do good. Professor Kipele, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Eva Smart, Eva Ada. Thank you very much. He's a great grand professor. He has produced professors who produce professors. The acting CEO of Tara Communication PLC, Marcel Anyalechi, PhD, is in the house. So welcome, sir. Thank you. One of our partners, Nigeria Customs Service, one of our partners, effective partners, and the CGC of Customs, Sashay Adewale Atili. Of course, you know Mr. Media friendly man, fellow of NIPR, he has held positions in NIPR. But in journalism, we know him as one of us, like any other reporter. Today is CGC, and the partnership is growing more and more with the year. He has sent my very good friend and brother, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, and you, my brother, PhD. He is the National Coordinator of the Customs. And you are a fellow. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much. Now is the time to take the soup. And I said before we unveil, let me also just remind you, as we are here to raise funds for GOCOP House, what we call the GOCOP Media Center. We are not ambitious people. So we are looking for a house on the value of 2.3 billion, just that. What to raise 2.3 billion for GOCOP Media Center. That's why we're looking to. So that this book, when you put in your money, you know you are not just buying a book. You are investing in the industry of knowledge for generations to come. The minister said that the media is cool, the media is investing in Nigeria. In the UNESCO sponsor, and it's very first. That tells you what we are doing in Nigeria is recognize nobody. In the media space. Most of us are one and one. Most of our work, that's not our work in the media. When they tell that Nigerian media environment, it is true. So today is your day to have a effective handshake with us in GOCOP. We have leaned our shoulder for you to climb up. We have amplified your voices, taking them beyond the shores of Nigeria. the beauty of online journalism. It is there all over the world. So today is your day to tell GOCOP we also appreciate you. We are going to unveil the book and sell the book, launch the book right away. See, I'm putting on my trader card now. I'm a trader. The only thing that I trade with is information. I'm going to put on my trader card. I'm going to invite some members of the national to come on stage here just to help us unveil the book and let's see what it looks like. The Honorable Minister, Alaji Mohammed, please lead the delegation, followed by our friend, Mr. Lai Mohammed. Please, sir, just here, I'm not giving a command, but you sometimes when you are with the microphone. All of them are came from the military and paramilitary. Air Force, the Chief of Defense Staff, Customs, yes. Chief of Defense Staff, please. My brother, please come for. Please come for. You are just going to bed. Yes. For optics sake, just so that the paparazzi can capture it. Yes, please join them on stage, sir. Representative of the Minister of Defense, please. Please, I said military, paramilitary, all of them should come up here. My main man, we were in the wrong. My man. We have a strong partnership with the police. Yes. Who has his back to pop it up? Who is popping up his back for us? Mr. Femi Shole, NFCC, please come join them up here. Professor Akifele, please join them up here for this event. Dr. Nelia, who reviewed our book excellently, please, sir. Who has a spotlight? Okay, we are going to unveil this book don't worry, when I spell GOCOP. Representative of FCDMD, please, NCC, please, off stage. Nigerian Communication Commission, local content, please. Local content, you are doing so well. So join them. Yobe State Commissioner for Information, please. The CEO of Dara Communication, please join them on stage.
That will be when they open it, they will go.
Anybody from CBN here? Central Bank of Nigeria. CBN. Any representative of CBN, please come on stage if you are here. You're not here. So we are going to unveil this at the spelling of GOCOP. Ladies and gentlemen, GOCOP. The taste of the pudding is in the kitchen, actually. This is the pudding. This is that pudding. Okay. Sorry. I guess we all have one copy. Please, paparazzi, take the pictures now. Let's raise the books so that the cameras can capture them. Thank you.
Camera behind you. Wait, sorry. Good to see you, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pay attention, please.
Please, one house, please, one house. The minister is addressing us. Please, one house. Thank you.
I have distinct honor and privilege to present to the public a book by the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers titled Nigerian Media Renaissance: GOCOP Perspectives on Online Publishing to the Nigerian public. Congratulations, GOCOP. I urge everyone to grab a copy of this book. It will raise your understanding of how online publishing should be done in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Minister has launched the book. We will not disclose the amount.
I'm not going to disclose the amount. I will have a meeting with Maureen as always and do it in camera. But
Thank you, sir.
we are always supporting GOCOP and will continue to do that. Please, I encourage all those on the reserve desk to please come up here for group photograph. Group photograph, please. All the dignitaries will come up for group
Mr.
photograph.
Weaver, my brother, please come on stage with your copy of the book.
All those
Your copy of the book here.
all those on the reserve desk, please.
Please come on stage here. Come up stage here. Yeah. This way, sir. Please.
All the people on the reserve desk.
Please come on stage.
NFPC is going. NFPC is going.
Ushers, please come and give them a copy of the book each.
Maureen.
Come on stage, stars and mass for group picture.
Right away. Transfer. Okay, fine. Sure.
They don't need it again. They don't need it. Sorry, I don't know.
Just hold on. You are blocking camera. Oh, you need to join them. I'm going to present someone.
Hello, ma. Camera behind you.
That woman said displaying the book.
Leave her, leave her.
Thank you very much. It's now time to launch the book individually according to our decision. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take our seats, please. Let's take our seats. Let's be seated. One house, please. One house, please.
How do you watch it? Got it?
Please, we are starting the launch right away. I'm going to call on the Nigerian Customs Service, please. This is my order. The Nigerian Customs Service, please come on stage to launch the book for us. You don't have to mention any amount. Please. Let's have one house. We are launching the book fast. You can just take the mic and tell us what you're doing. Please take the mic and tell us. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are taking 3 copies of the book, and then thereafter reach out to Defense headquarters will reach out to us. They have not the book. The customs is yourself. Defense headquarters will reach out to us. They will communicate to us. Now the customs service. So my brother.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Consular General Customs, because we in Customs, we don't have much money, so we are taking 5 copies at an undisclosed amount. Thank you very much.
Nigerian Customs Service, 5 copies, undisclosed amount. Nigerian Customs. You're welcome, Mr. Zachary.
Once again, I'm here for PY Zachary, the representative of the Chief of the Air Staff. We are taking 3 copies of an undisclosed amount. Thank you.
Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Nigerian Air Force, 5 copies, undisclosed amount. Thank you very much, sir.
Police.
The police, our brother, who know who you are, brought from
Yes. Yes.
Well, the way to support GOCOP cannot disclose amounts and will get across to the deputy president. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The police undisclosed amount. 3 copies for the Nigerian police package are now fast. Nigerian Guild of Editors launching this. Nigerian Guild of Editors. The secretary of the guild is here, Dr. Yubus Abdi.
Well, I've been directed by the president, this November, to pick 2 copies for 200,000 naira.
Nigerian Guild of Editors have picked a lovely book for us. It's now time for Share Nigeria. Share Nigeria. Share Nigeria. Share Nigeria. The family will be way to the house. Please come on stage. Alaji Bello, the doctor of Yobe State, please. Yobe State, please come on stage. Please, lunch is still ready for you. Don't be the one to have enough food for you. Yobe State, please. Yobe State. Yobe State, please come on stage. The Honorable Commissioner himself. Your governor is working and doing so well in the area of agro-economy. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you so much. On behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of the State, I am launching this book project very significant amount. I will communicate it to Madam Mori and Madam Kimba and to the Chair of Family. It's going to be significant. That goes to show us support, the government support from God. Thank you so much.
You'll be showing us tremendous support. Significant support from Yobe State and our state partners. Thank you very much, and I'm very good. Thank you. Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, my good friend, Mrs. Nena Bora in the house. She will be coming on stage. NCC will be launching this book for us. Please, Nigerian Communications Commission, please come on stage. Our father is out, Alhaji Mohammed. So we are expecting you to launch this book right away. Alhaji Mohammed, the first person to register his presence in this book. Thank you, sir, for always being supportive, very available. Thank you very much, sir. You can also be right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our minister has supported us. We need more support. NFIU has just launched a group. NFIU is the secret police in the financial industry. Very significant support from NFIU. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for coming. Central Bank of Nigeria, please step forward. NNPC, our friend, David Senator, and will communicate. Let's have one out, please. Alaji Osi Usman, please come forward. Share Nigerians. Let you know they have communicated to us. Good afternoon, everybody. This message is for our former ruler of Ibrahim, who sent a posthumous donation. It's a posthumous donation from media-friendly royal father, the original of Ibrahim, Alhaji Dr. Ado Ibrahim. He has sent 250,000 naira that can be described as a posthumous contribution. While the original of Ibrahim is His Royal Majesty, Alhaji Dr. Abdurrahman Ado Ibrahim. The donation was sent in by his son, Prince Nazir Ado Ibrahim, who is the executive director of ICO Mining, part of Ado Ibrahim Group, and other Ado Ibrahim investment. Then Ado Ibrahim was the fourth original former ruler of Ibrahim. He was the royal father who personified humility, dedication to the service of his people, a philanthropy, and above all, a lover of media and media practitioners. Thank you. Thank you to the Ado Ibrahim family. Thank you very much. The voice of Nigeria, my friend, last week we just a place where come to God. On behalf of the management and staff of West of Nigeria, we will be launching this very important work for our friends and colleagues with the sum of 500,000 naira. Let's use the opportunity to commend the team of GOCOP and to say that they need to stay course because what is happening is an illusion and they need to stay the course. Thank you very much. Voice of Nigeria, applause. And Nigeria Communication Commission, today now all heads the public affairs department and thank you very much. Yesterday was launched. SBC, one of our partners, and block the move. Let me also invite the youth agency of Nigeria, President Director, Ali, to the house.
See him there.
Youth agency of Nigeria, Ali, please come forward to run the food. Ali, youth agency of Nigeria is our business partner. If you need to buy a second copy today, 20,000, then the corporation will work things. What this is an apple. Yes, an apple. Yeah, and you don't go in. Okay, I'm watching. What I'm watching this book with an undisclosed amount. We will discuss that later. Thank you. Congratulations, GOCOP. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria. Please, lunch is still waiting for you. But now, if you want to buy a copy of the book, it's 20,000 naira right away as the lunch price. 20K, and you have an account number to transfer it to, please. What are the please? Please, ushers, go around the hall and sell 20,000 naira to anybody who wants to buy now. Go around the hall, ushers, take the books to the hall. And take the account number with you. Account number where you can transfer to, please. And make sure the money is transferred. Please, if you are there and you want to step out here to run the book, please feel free to come forward. We want to raise 2.3 billion naira and we will raise it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please come off stage. Come off stage. Logo content. Let's hear from you. One agency that is doing very well. Please support. We are really a partner, very strong woman like you. Okay, on behalf of Nigerian content, we'll take 3 copies. The local content board have demonstrated that they are friends of Google. They have always been. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here to present the national president for SAMI. SAMI is one of the university-based unions, the senior staff association of Nigeria University. And SAMI and GOCOP as one of the partners members in the struggle for members welfare in the university. We have partners directed in this, also known 3 topics of the group as an amount of faith to support the global leadership. That is part of the act after handling our craft what GOCOP is doing.
Sandro has just got our book, undisclosed amount. Thank you very much. That's for the academia. Please come forward and launch this book. Come forward and make your donation. Come forward before I begin to call your name. ₦20,000 is the launch copy. 20,000 naira, please. 20,000 naira, please. 20,000 naira. You have 1 copy. You have an account to transfer the same bank account.
Okay.
Moses. Our friend and brother, Alhaji Akim Bello, please step forward. Alhaji Akim Bello. You know you are a media consultant. There are many multinationals that you are consulting for, many parasala, oil and gas, aviation, global services companies, even telecoms. Let me ask you, yes, Alhaji Akim Bello, please step forward.
Hello, hello, hello.
Where's the photograph?
Okay, thank you very much. My distinct pleasure to be here and to present this book at an amount that I'll disclose to the organizers. It's been a bit of mixed feelings for me because when I turned 50 in 2015, I organized a training for 50 journalists. And lo and behold, one of those that met me when I arrived today turned to be one of your members. Whose name is actually number one on your list? Mr. Austin, who runs the August 24. August 24. He attended the training in 2015 that was facilitated by the inimitable Taiwo Obey, the founder of the journalism training. And it's quite heartwarming that he is today a member of GOCOP. Of course, the president, treasurer, Lord, Mr. Abdul Arizi, he is starting is a friend of 7 years, Mr. Olumide Yoda. So I can't but be here and definitely I'm going to present this book for an amount that I'll disclose to the organizer and which I'll receive immediately. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We want more people to come down it. Thank you, Alaji African Global Media Consultant. Global Media Communication. Thank you. Please, we want more people to come launch the book. Buy a copy for 20,000 naira. It's bigger than your sister. Better than this fall apart. This book is so rich. As Dr. Neliabo, the reviewer, described it, it's a ringside story. Somebody by the ringside is reporting about the book as he witnessed. The people that author this are witnesses. They are insiders. A journalism. They wear their badges with honor. Decades of experience. So they wrote experientially. Please don't go our lunch is sweet, very sweet, delicious, rich lunch. Don't go yet, please. I'll start calling people to come and lunch. So we better step out now. Come and buy our food, buy it. More purchases, please. More purchases. More patronage. More launch for the group. Our very young professors. Welcome. Thank you very much for having the thank you.
Battery and tiger for this camera. Okay, I lost it.
The camera plus anybody where you can, anybody get this.
GOCOP member, Dr. Olayo, and co, please let's have one man. Thank you, take your seat there. This program is still on. In the next 10 minutes, we go for lunch. Come on, lunch. Edward, please come and launch this book. For your parastatal, Mr. Olashode Edward, please come on stage. Come on stage and launch this book. Mr. Edward, the microphone is still waiting for you, sir. Thank you. He is one of us. We load him to the aviation industry. Chief Chris is simple story is in the house. Thank you very much. Hey, Madam President, colleagues, we first. You are not just an adult anymore. You represent West African community of journalists. So please, do something and say something.
Do something, say something.
Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm also necessarily apologize for coming in being late, but I'm going to take all through. I want to congratulate the leadership of the Union of Corporate Government Publishers for putting it together. It's quite commendable, and that's why I said I must here. You know, we have your praise.